So unless you've been living under a rock for the past little while, you've probably heard of the iPhone 4. Wanted to go through some of the features of the new model. The screen itself has been bumped up as far as the resolution. Apple calls it the Retina display, so it is able to deliver more colors more crisply as far as the icons, the graphics, and even when you're looking at some of the pictures. So we've been talking about photos today on the show, and especially digital photography, and that's one thing that really has been upgraded on the iPhone 4. It's now a 5-megapixel digital camera. It also has a built-in flash as well, and the HDR options for better photos. Or you can switch it over into the video mode as well, which is a nice feature. I can take high-definition video at up to 720p. So if you've got a big screen television, it takes some half-decent video. And from the phone itself, you can actually upload the clips that you take right up to YouTube, or you can even edit them with the iMovie application. So you can do some basic edits and make your masterpiece. With the new iOS 4, you've got a unified email inbox, and that's very handy if you've got several different email accounts. In the older version, you actually had to I got an email. You actually had to go into the separate email boxes to check the new mail. Well, with this one, they all go into one email box. And the nice feature too is that when you do reply to any of those messages, it'll of course remember which account that it went into. One more feature I like is the multitasking. So in the past, when you were running a program, when you're finished and exited out, it stopped running that program. You couldn't run concurrent ones at the same time. So now, just by doing a double tap on the home screen, it'll actually show all the programs that you can have running at the same time. So for example, I could have Skype and my email and even the camera application running at the exact same time, so I could just switch back and forth between them very easily and quickly. And the reason why you'd probably want some of them running at the same time, for example, Skype, you know, if people are trying to call you, they're not going to get through if the program's not running. Well, let's have a look at the FaceTime video chatting feature now. And this is kind of one of my favorites. I love that you can now finally video conference with a smartphone. So you simply go into your phone dialer. There he is, Andy. I know he happens to have an iPhone 4, and that's important. The other person has to have either the iPhone 4 or the iPod Touch that has that capability. So I simply hit the FaceTime button, and what it's doing right now is dialing Andy's phone. And you have to keep in mind as well that it does have to be on a Wi-Fi network on both sides. It's not working over the cellular network at this point yet. And, oh, you're not Andy. Where's Andy?
Andy stepped out for lunch. How are you, Mike?
Good, how you doing? This is Christiane. And how do you like the new FaceTime?
It's great, I really like it.
Like seeing my smiling face?
Always.
Oh, she has to say that. Well, we'll see you later, okay?
Okay, see you later.
Bye. So another couple quick things. I have heard from a lot of people that they think this is bigger and heavier than the previous model. But you know what? If you do get a chance to have both of them in your hands, this one here, believe it or not, is actually thinner than the previous model and just a tiny bit smaller. And as far as weight, they're actually the same weight. This one just feels a little more solid, which I think is kind of a nice feature. Another thing too, they do have kind of the glass faceplate on both sides. I get a little bit nervous about that, but I solved that by just getting a case, and there's so many of these cases out on the market now, and kind of snazz it up here. Again, it's the iPhone 4 from Apple. If you want to have a look at some of those cool new features as far as the multitasking, the unified inbox, and the video chatting, this is definitely a phone to have a look at.